Elections, deemed as a cornerstone of democracy. This was evident 30 years ago when millions of South Africans had the opportunity to cast their vote for the first time after decades of racial discrimination. However, in recent years, concerns have been raised over the steady decline of voter turnout at every election. This was evident in the May 2024 elections when voter turnout fell under 60%. Some of these would-be voters have this to say on their attitudes towards voting.
A lot of people kind of lost hope, like they don't see a reason of voting actually because the government doesn't deliver, like they promised.
I was part of 3 generations who got to vote in 1994. And so for me to see that adults or parents don't take their young children with to vote or even encourage their children when they turn 18 to go and vote, for me, you've lost hope in the system.
It saddens me because we used to believe in we used to believe in ANC, so it has disappointed us a lot as a youth.
It makes me feel like we are probably not in a place where we thought we would be. By now, like more and more South Africans are just maybe losing hope in the voting system in terms of it doesn't matter who's in power, but we're still going to see the same.
Professor Mapunye says glaring failures in service delivery has left many voters disillusioned.
If you look at it from a different perspective, from the voters' perspective, they always just want to make sure that their vote is seen as contributing to the betterment of life in all its facets overall. Services, sanitation, electricity, and so on. And now with all these load shedding, these repetitive power cuts that South Africa has been experiencing, as well as the overall decline in the standards of the living standards of South Africans since 1994, this has led to where we are.
Political analyst Asanda Ngoasheng attributes the lack of public engagement to poor political leadership.
This sadly does speak to the quality of our democracy, the quality of our leadership, and the fact that politicians have, through particularly corruption, when you see things like state capture, when you see things like life esidimeni, and when you see all of the many tragedies that we have seen, including, for instance, a literal hole in Johannesburg, you begin to believe that the people who are in leadership are not the best people. And so you begin to ask the question, what is the point of going to vote when political parties are not going to choose the best available people in South Africa to lead us?
She stresses that although educational campaigns are necessary, there are other ways citizens can get involved.
I think a lot of South Africans also don't understand that, participating in the political system is not only through voting. You can contribute to public calls around various bills. You can make submissions to Parliament. You can protest, and you can participate by supporting civil society organizations that are fighting for various, often single issues. And these are the multiple ways that you can participate, so that you're not only waiting to have your voice heard in one event every 5 years.
But Professor Mapunye says the newly constituted GNU may help reignite confidence in the electorate.
I believe that it depends what the Government of National Unity will be doing, what kind of improvement in the services, especially efficiency and effectiveness, especially in terms of the delivery of services, the public service. That's where they come in. The role of the Office of the Public Service Commission and the Department of Public Service and Administration and all these other departments, overall, if everybody can put shoulder to the wheel, if they can make sure that they deliver at double or triple the speed that they have previously done in the previous 5 years, then perhaps we might just be able to see South Africa salvaging the situation.
With local government elections 2 years away, the work of political actors will be judged by voter turnout on the day. Zara Groenewald, SABC News, Johannesburg.